What does it mean to be a veteran in 2022? It means to be fighting for your life, essentially, for some people that have deployed and been in combat areas that have now been told they have to wait a little bit longer for assistance. We're talking about the PACT bill here, which was a bill that was designed to help ensure that people that were exposed to the burn pits over in Afghanistan, in Iraq as well, that were exposed to those fires that were set to dispose of rubbers and plastics and various other things, that they would actually have some kind of health care. As they noted, they weren't feeling so great as they got back, and it seems to be a lot of contention as to whether it was actually correlated or not, because people are saying that the studies that were being conducted on if people were actually affected by these things were kind of skewed and purposely made or designed to not really show correlation from the burn pits to these people having these conditions. But we've noted over the past year that's been reversed, and we've actually seen some change as people are now actually able to annotate that they were near or, affected by the burn pits. It did go through the Senate. It was passed there. Awesome. Went to the House, and then it was bounced back after a few changes. It seems like, per Jon Stewart, this was only one sentence that was changed. However, this is allegedly because the fact that the Republicans are saying that this would have allowed the spending of around $400 billion to be annotated towards things that weren't even going to go towards veterans.
America's heroes who fought in our wars outside sweating off with oxygen, battling all kinds of ailments, while these sit in the air conditioning, walled off from any of it. They don't have to hear it. They don't have to see it. They don't have to understand that these are human beings. Do you get it yet? Do we see that these aren't heroes? These are men and women, mothers and fathers, sisters and brothers, that we just let stand outside in the heat when they can't breathe.
And some of you guys may be contentious on the Jon Stewart thing, but I want to say one thing before we even move forward. This is about veterans. It's about caring for veterans. It's about the people that actually spent their time and their lives missing family, loved ones, birthdays, holidays, Father's Days, whatever, to go do a job. And that's what we're at. And I will say, if you guys, whether which side you're on of this, I have to commend this guy, as he has been on the backbone of this. Over the next month, they're not even going to look at it, because it looks to be that they're going to have a recess for about a month, and then they can readdress. And now we have veterans across the internet spewing into their phones right now, trying to make sure that their voice is heard, and that way they can let people know to actually do something about this.
I put it in text in the last video because I was so angry I couldn't fucking speak. But I'll say it right now, and I will say it loud and clear, and I want every person to listen to me. If you are thinking about joining the United States military, fucking don't. Because these holes in fucking Congress will have absolutely no fucking problem sending you to any conflict that they can make money off of. But the second that you require any kind of assistance, they will turn their backs on you. You will die cold. You will die alone. You will die unsupported. Your family will be racked with medical debt because of the that they put you through. They will abandon you. They will abandon you. There is no honor, none whatsoever, in serving any of those. Not a single one. And until they're gone, until they are cold in the ground and we can actually move forward with this country, nothing will change. You will be sent to any conflict that will pad their pocketbooks. But when you need help, they will turn their backs on you. You will be forgotten. You'll be a political prop for wonderful tweets on Memorial and Veterans Day. And that's it.
That was heated. But I want to say that from his clip, this guy's name is fitting, USMC Angry Veteran. And on top of that, I want to let you guys know that if you ever join the military thinking you're going to be more than a number, you please, everybody reconsider. We are all numbers. No matter where you work at, no matter what you do, just realize it's cold, it's business. That's what all this is going to be no matter what. My analysis of this, there was a lot of stress on the 6th of January. A lot of stress on it. And there's a lot of people saying 1 out of 10 of those people were veterans. And I'm like, the veteran community, stuff like this is going to piss them off. You know what I mean? I'm just telling people, put these together. If you want to see why they're getting pissed off, these are only things that are going to add fuel to that fire, even though I would never wish that. Let's be real here. There is a downturn in benefits across the military in general. Even though you're seeing the budget continue to go up, that's going towards technologies. That's going towards ships, aircraft, everything else. We can say we put people first and that they're the biggest asset, but let's be honest. We're looking at any way that we can to cut away from that. But if you're thinking you're going to get $1 from any of this, government's not where it's going to be at unless you're actively fulfilling the role. Once you leave, that's it. And that's unfortunate. Even for me, as somebody that's looking towards the end of this, and to be a veteran, I have to say, it seems like Social Security, I will be looking at crumbs at the end of this. And I've accepted that. On top of that, we have a military recruiting shortage right now where we're asking young men and women to join the military, yet stuff like this writes its own narrative. You know, it's not hard to make this narrative what it is. And then you have people that are going to read this and say, well, should I even join that organization? It's kind of like shooting yourself in the foot and wondering why no one's going to actually do what you want to do. And this is stuff that they're going to see. So if you're going to sit there and ask why we don't have people join the military, let's look at what we're doing to get them to actually want to join the military. And there are people that have echoed sentiments from their own anecdotal evidence as far as looking at this situation, and they have some things to say about this. Dan H1281 says, soldiers are dying from this. My stepdad's brother just died from this. Not a fast death, but years of various cancers linked to burning the diesel fuel and shit in these holes, and even bodies with fuel on them. Thousands of soldiers were asked to do these jobs without vent, protection, or anything, and they're all dying in the same ways with cancers they should have never had without cancer history. Harry Hassler says, same senators in the meantime, why are recruitment numbers so low? Softy generation doesn't want to serve their country. What a effing disgrace, including every Republican who voted in favor of it and doesn't speak out about this obvious BS. I will link down below of all the representatives that did vote no to this bill. So if you are part of their constituency, make sure you write them if you don't agree with what they've done. On top of that, we have a election coming up very soon. If you're not registered, you need to get in tune with what these people are voting on when it becomes a military or veteran issue, which more than likely will affect you than the pandering stupid stuff that is out there that they're trying to get you to care about on the mainstream media. Because I know there's a lot of veterans, there's a lot of military people that are wanting to do great things. This is where you have a chance. Link it down below. Follow whoever you need to in order to be educated, but make an educated decision. I want to finish this with the thing that I'm like, I wanted to balance this viewpoint as much as possible, but I want veterans to be taken care of. That's it. Out of all the research I've done on this, nobody even has a viewpoint to kind of uphold what the Republicans were saying. So I'm kind of like, I'm lost here. Let me know what you think about this down in the comments below, because I'm trying to present the most balanced view to you guys. But please let me know down in the comments below if you guys have other topics, videos, whatever else that you find important that might be beneficial on this channel. Please let me know. Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, TikTok, all the good stuff. I love you guys. I'll see you next time.